Good afternoon, y'all. I'm Bullhorn Betty, and we're covering true crime. And today we're covering the case of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. Lilly and Jack Sullivan are brother and sister. Lilly is 6 years old and Jack is 4 years old. They disappeared from their trailer in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia, Canada.
We were searching. We covered everywhere possible. Even in the first day we did. Even with me running through the woods, I was ahead of the helicopters and ahead of the drones and stuff like that. Screaming as loud as I can, just until my throat hurt. Running through water that was up to my waist. And as soon as I got back, I wasn't allowed back in the woods until a man dressed in military outfit said I could go back into the woods.
They've been missing since May 2nd around 10 a.m. when their mother reported them missing. The last time she had stated she saw them or heard from them is around 8 a.m.
What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep, and they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them, and they happen to just get out that sliding door and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time, and the next thing we knew, it was quiet, and we get up and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside, we're looking everywhere, yelling for them, and I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call.
This has sparked much controversy in Canada as well as the United States. Many people are tuned into this case, and here is what we know. We know that Malehya Brooks-Murray, the two children's mother, was at the scene when law enforcement got there. She stayed the night in the trailer, and the next day, on May 3rd, she had a few interviews, and then they had a briefing about her children where she abruptly left, got into an ambulance, and took off with her mother. She never was seen again. Now, we have heard that she did get her baby, Meadow. Meadow is with her mother. Although she left her car at a different location, it had been towed to her mother's home. Daniel Martell kind of took the role in media. He's the lead that everybody went to from media to get information about what was going on in the case, at least about what he could share with them.
The last few days have been very stressful. I mean, ever since the Friday morning when we noticed that the children were gone. Immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there. I'm out here still searching, still fighting to try to find them. That's all I can do.
The message is still, if anyone knows anything?
If anybody knows anything, just come forward as soon as possible. The two little kids are still out there. I want to find them. That's really all I can do. Still searching every day. I'm waiting for information. I have to let them do a lot of their stuff with the aircrafts and everything else, and dogs and searchers. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be coordinated, and I can't just go running through the woods. I want to, but I just can't right now because the search is just so far out. That I've seen, they were at Lansdowne Lake, and they told me that they scoured the lake, divers, and sonared the lake, and there's no evidence at all. If they were in this area, would have found them. My family's still searching. I asked for that so early on, and there's not many places that do it in Canada, so they're flying somebody in. I think their side of the family doesn't believe me, and I just want to clear it up for everyone.
He seemed to be very personable, but he always wanted to emphasize his willingness to help, including his wanting to take a polygraph test, which he says he received favorable results for.
I know it would be a big help in the case and kind of narrow down maybe some of the speculations and just provide more evidence.
Now, Daniel Martell is kind of an unusual character. We don't know really how to take him. He works at the sawmill about once a week and has a family of 7, according to his latest interview, where he stated he went from a family of 7 and down to 1.
Going from a family of 7 to just me, I mean, I have nothing but time to just think. I haven't even got to see my own kids, not even Meadow yet. But I'm still hopeful. I have supervised visits coming up that are granted by CPS.
But he worked at the sawmill only 1 day a week, and many people thought there is no possibility of that being enough income to support a family of 7. Now, Malehya's distance from the case, Malehya's priorities of changing her relationship status on Facebook and never really advocating for her children, and then shortly thereafter lawyering up, has been very, very suspicious and has a lot of red flags. Where are Lilly and Jack? Daniel Martell has been professing that he is innocent and has nothing to do with it. The children just wandered off. Unfortunately, the RCMP cannot find any evidence of that. And you're talking about 2 young children, 2 young, loud children, 6 and 4. There is no way, there's no evidence of where they would have wandered off to, especially in light that Jack has a pull-up on and Lilly has a backpack with strawberries on it. Certainly at this point, one of those items would be left out there, and they found nothing. So where does that leave us in this case? Well, according to Jim Hoskins, which is a former Nova Scotia detective, he states that he doesn't believe there's any way this could not be a criminal investigation. Law enforcement is just not sitting on their bums, twiddling their thumbs. They're out there, they're working this case. And if there's no evidence supporting that these children wandered off, then maybe something more nefarious is in play. He also stated that they do not give polygraph tests simply because somebody requests them. They use them as an investigative tool, that they're not really doing lie detector tests because they're not trying to find out if they're lying. And some of these things are psychological in nature. So let me know your thoughts. Do you believe Lilly and Jack wandered off? Are you now suspecting that it's possible that there was an abduction? Or do you truly believe there's something more that needs to be had with the mom and the stepfather? God bless each and every one of you. Until next time, please be safe.